guys, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great day today. As always, I got my wife here. We have no kids, no dogs, no problems in our life, and we're in Redmond, Oregon today. We decided to head out east, out to Bend this weekend, do a little hiking, camping, skating, breweries. First stop is Redmond's pump track. Crystal has not been on a pump track before, so I think today I'm just gonna kind of focus on some basics of pump tracking. And hopefully by the end of today, she can make a whole lap around this pump track. We'll find out. Let's go. All right, so for the first thing you want to do when you come to a pump track, if you're not sure of yourself, is you want to find basically a line that has hopefully some sort of grass or dirt that's packed on each side that you could roll off to each side, just in case you kind of get a little too squirrely, you don't feel comfortable enough, or you just want to scrub speed, get out of the way. It's always nice to find a line, kind of like these whoop-de-whoops right behind me right here. This is the first line we're going to try. And as you can see, you can go off to the right or go off to the left if you need to. There's a longer line right over here. But as you can see, you can roll off to your left, but not really to your right so much. You're gonna go into that gravel and it's just gonna get nasty really quick. So that's kind of my first thing I tell people is, I love Velo Solution pump tracks like the one we have here, because one, they're so well made, and two, they usually have like an AstroTurf that's smooth that you can just roll off on and just scrub all your speed and stop really quick. That being said, make sure when you roll off into the AstroTurf, you're kind of sitting back on your heels and lifting those toes up, so you're not gonna just slow down too much and just fall forward. I would have a basic understanding of, you know, just skating around, just skating basics before you want to try this. If you've been to a park before, that's really going to help, just kind of pumping up and down ramps, just to kind of feel how ramps, how you can use your knees and your weight and absorb that ramp and transition. That's really going to help you out when you come to a pump track the first time. Other than that, just don't be scared and go after it like you're going to own it, because once you get scared, you get tensed up, you get stiff, and when you get stiff, you can't react to those subtle changes in balance as you're going over these whoop-de-whoops around corners and stuff. So make sure you're over your feet and you're nice and loose and you're comfortable and you're confident. With that, we're just gonna try to do our first little whoop-de-whoop line right here, and hopefully we can progress throughout the day with that. Let's do this. Wow, I have to say I'm pretty impressed for her first drop-in trying on this whoop-de-whoops right here behind me. She did exactly what I told her. It's basically don't get too tensed up, just relax, stay in that kind of predator, knees bent, chest over your toes position, keep those arms straight out so it keeps your body forward, because the worst thing you could do is tense up and get kind of stiff and then get to your back seat or the back wheels and slip out, not have enough leverage to get up and over a hill again. That's what kills a lot of people, is they start going too fast, they get tense, and then they just can't correct, you know, for the next wave. But yeah, she did great. So we're gonna keep rolling, have a good time. I think our next thing we're gonna kind of work on is the berms. So the berms are a little bit of a different trick to this pump track. So let's head on over to a berm now. All right, so once you've mastered those whoop-de-whoops, inevitably you're gonna come into a berm. And berm is just what we have behind me. It's basically a big turn, a big U-turn. Sometimes it can be little 60, 90 degree turns. But this one is a nice 180 degree U-turn right behind me. Really, what I say to people when they start doing this is get enough speed that you feel comfortable with, I wouldn't take a berm super slow, because when you're doing the berm's gonna do the work for you. And all you're doing is just basically keeping that same predator position and just letting your feet kind of ride up on the wall as high as, you know, your speed allows you to. And that's what's gonna turn your body, and just ride the berm and let the ramp do the work for you. So let's check that out right now. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Really what I've noticed is you want to make sure you're pulling speed, you're getting the speed on the whoop-de-whoop, so you're pumping through those. And then as you're coming into the berms, you want to pump, and then you just want to send it on that wall and sit in a nice aggressive position and just let it ride around that wall. Without speed, you kind of start sliding down the wall a little bit too much, and that's where you're going to lose a lot of speed. Then you're just going to be working a lot harder to keep your momentum up, and the whole idea of a pump track is to keep momentum going. So you can just keep ripping around the track as much as you can. Such a great workout. All right, let's keep rolling. So one quick thought I had, when you're doing the pump track, the key is to maintain momentum and speed throughout, because the pump track is easier to do when all you're worrying about is just letting your feet kind of absorb the bumps and the transitions, rather than trying to continuously push for speed. So whenever you can, try to get that momentum and keep that momentum up. Once you get kind of low in speed or momentum, things get really kind of sloppy on the course. So speed and momentum is your friend. Too much speed, probably a little bit dangerous, but you gotta have that speed up to kind of a nice comfortable level for you. You got it. You got it. I'm impressed. She actually did it. First drop in on those whoop-de-whoops, no problem at all, just crushed it. And she's been cruising around this whole place the rest of the time. It's like, it's really impressive. She hasn't been on skates in like months either. So really impressed. I mean, I think a lot of the things that really help is just to make sure you, in your mind, you stay confident and calm and don't stress out and get all locked up, because if you do, you're not going to be able to counteract those little subtle adjustments, as well as keeping that predator like bent position with your chest, your upper body straight over your skates. You never want to go back or forward too much. And then pulling speed into berms, you just ride them with speed instead of trying to do too much on them. But I'm gonna shut up. It's her first time out here, so what did you experience about it, and what do you want to tell people that haven't experienced pump tracks?
All right, so some of the things that threw me off were going around the berms, my legs kind of spread out a little bit, and I just roll with it. Yeah. If you try and like correct it and keep them together and do like a perfect like turn.
Yeah, so
I didn't fall at all, not once.
So one thing is they'll split if when you go over that bump and you don't pick a kind of trajectory line to kind of carve up onto the wall, and you kind of one takes off up and then one stays down low, they'll kind of split up on the berm area. You know, if it does, just let it ride. Let the upper foot ride around. It's not gonna hurt you at all. Just, you know, pull them back together at the other side of the berm. Don't freak out, because if you freak out and make quick adjustments, that's when you're gonna fall. So
another thing, don't let your legs lock out. Don't straighten your knees, because I did that a couple times when my legs would start to get tired and I almost felt like I was gonna tip backwards.
Yeah, that's huge. That's like, even I catch myself doing that sometimes, going into berms really quickly. Sometimes I'll just kind of sit back and not stay forward. And when you sit back a little bit, your legs will tend to lock up when you get tired, or to straighten up, and then they'll lock up because you'll tense up. And then it's really hard to fight back into the position you need to be in to safely keep going through the track.
Prep for something like this might be squats. Yeah,
squats. This is a workout. I mean, we've only been here for all of like 30 minutes or so. And I mean, we're exhausted. I think it's a pretty low barrier to entry. Usually there's not too many people here, mostly kids. So, you know, come on out here, try some small whoop-de-whoops first, and then just slowly work into it. And pretty soon you'll just be ripping around the track, having a great time and getting a crazy workout in. So I think that's it for today, right?
Yeah.
I think it's beer time. Yeah. We're gonna head into Bend, hit up some breweries, and we'll catch you next time. If you guys like this video, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you ring that bell so you miss any of these uploads. And until next time, guys, just keep rolling.